Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. So, let me tell you, as I was saying earlier, let me set this up for those of you just joining the show. In September 9th and 10th, there's going to be a RNC led or planned midterm convention for the Republican Party. Its purpose is to act as a high-energy rally and fundraising hub rather than a traditional business convention. So at a convention, they lay out the plank, delegates meet, and they select the nominee, right? That's what happens at a convention. And business is conducted. But when I say business, I mean business of the party. Party business is conducted, of course, other businesses conducted as well. Lobbyists are there, and consultants are there, and the purpose of the convention is to do the business of the party nationally in order to help propel the nominee to the presidency. Well, the RNC, Joe Grutter, and Donald Trump, and they all came up with an idea to have a midterm convention to rally the troops and act as a fundraiser. So here's the big controversy, particularly here in Georgia. And I'm sure it's all around the country. I'm sure it's going on all around the country. The big controversy is the fundraising part. So at a convention, you become a delegate. You go in your local community. It starts at the county level, and you go and you get elected to be a delegate to the convention. And people put a lot of time and effort into these things because it's an honor to go to the convention, the every 4-year convention as a delegate. People work very hard to do that. They put in time, they volunteer, they knock on doors, they fundraise, they do all kinds of stuff, all kinds of work, the work that has to be done on the ground. And then they go to their county organization and they have an election, and you people see you, your friends, and they all come and they say, yes, Shelley has knocked on a bunch of doors. Shelley has come to every meeting. Shelley has done the work. We're going to send Shelley as a delegate to the convention. Now, there is a part of this that is classism in a way, because in order to go to the convention, you got to cover your own air, you got to cover your own hotel and all of your own food and everything like that. So anybody can't just be a delegate because you need money to get there. You need money to stay there. You need money to eat there. Then there are parties and things like that. So there is somewhat of a class thing kind of going on. And it's the same for the Democrats. Trust me. But in this case, you want to talk about classism. In California, listen to this. An invitation from the Denton County Republican Party outside Dallas offers attendees at the GOP's midterm convention a chance to be honorary delegates for $20,000. In California, it's a $250,000 golden VIP member ticket to the convention. Now, in California, the 250 stacks gets you 4 floor badges, 4 hotel rooms, hotel transfers, and gifts for $250,000. I'm going to keep going on. Joe Grutter calls it a Trumpapalooza as a way to raise money for local candidates. The president's going to be there. He's going to be speaking. And cabinet members, Marco Rubio, and different people are going to be speaking. And everybody's excited. In other states, the Michigan Republican Party is offering couples honorary delegate tickets for $10,000, $7,500 for individuals. Here in Georgia, because we're local, we're live local, right? Alabama, by the way, there's a little bit cheaper. It's $1,300 to $1,500. That's doable, but that doesn't include air and hotel to get to Dallas. But here in Georgia, here's what I'm told will be the cost. Oh, well, I'll get to that at the end. The kicker of all of this. Here in Georgia, $25,000 for a delegate, $15,000 for an alternate. But if you pay the $15,000, you're not really an alternate. You're still going. and 10,000 as a guest. So you're just going. I don't know. There's no business being conducted, so I don't know really what you're doing. Just might as well do the 10,000. You're same as the 25,000. You're there in the room. Because it's a fundraiser. This cracks me up, though. So the money being raised, so whatever we raised here in Georgia, whatever number of delegates paid the 25 stacks to be a delegate, and the what did I call it? What was it? I'm sorry, I forgot just that quickly. 15 for an alternate and 10 for a guest, right? Whoever paid that kind of money, they're going. That money is money to be raised here for the Georgia GOP to spend on candidates here in Georgia. Now, how they divvy up the money, I have no idea. Does the state insurance commissioner's race, John King, get the same as, say, Mike Collins? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess these are things to be worked out. But here's the controversy, my friends. The controversy is that all the people, remember how I started this, that people get elected to be a delegate at the county level. And the people that usually get elected are people that put in the work. Well, this case, I'm not sure if the people put in the work. But they had 25 stacks, or 15, or 10. Now, they probably put in the work. But I can guarantee you a person who dropped $25,000 to be a delegate at this midterm convention in Dallas, Texas on September 9th and 10th hasn't made a phone call, meaning phone banking, hasn't knocked on a door. Probably hasn't gone to a county meeting on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock in years. That's what makes this so incredibly just tone deaf. The people who've actually put in the work are being frozen out. The people who've actually worked hard, knocked on doors, phone banked, held signs, waved signs are being left out. But the people who have the 25 stacks to drop, or the 15, or the 10 to drop, they're going. They'll wave a sign at the midterm convention, and they'll get all rallied up and all excited and get excited to go back home and get people down ballot elected, but they won't do it. Because if you had $25,000 to pay for a delegate to go to Dallas, you're not waving a sign on a corner of Windy Hill for Mike Collins for Senate. You're not phone banking at the Cobb County or the Cherokee County or the Fulton County or the Rabun County GOP headquarters 2 or 3 weeks before early voting. You're not walking a list and knocking on doors. You just gave up 25 stacks. You're not doing any of that because it's below you, as it should be. This is the most tone-deaf thing I've ever heard anybody ever come up with. And dare I say, I'm not accusing anybody, particularly my friends at the Georgia GOP, because Josh is my brother. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm just saying that this reeks of a grift. And I'll tell you why. Because you don't know where the money's going to go. Now, you know it's going to go to candidates, but you don't know what candidates are going to get it. Will it be the candidates most favored by that state, the Alabama GOP? Will it be a candidate, a state rep house seat? Will they get a dime? I don't know. It's just you're leaving the very people out that do the most work for money. I get it. It's a fundraiser. Now the big I did say the big controversy. The big controversy is this. It's also this. The activist people did not know about this. And when they found out about it, they all made calls like, hey, I'd like to go to the midterm convention. How does it work? How do we get elected? And they were told straight up, oh, it's filled. It's finished. Oh, yeah, all the seats are filled. Imagine having a party and sending out an RSVP to only a select group of people. Then other people hear about it and they say, hey, Shelly, I hear you're having a party. Oh, yeah, the party's full. Whoa, I never got an invite. Oh, yeah, your party's full. You know what that tells me? That tells that person, I'm sorry, what that tells that person? You were never invited. That's more tone deaf by the party. You're telling the very people that do all the work they're not invited because you never told them about the process in the first place. At least if you would have told the activist class, hey, guys, we are doing this. It's 25,000, 15,000, or 10,000. The activist class in many cases would have said, oh, I don't have that kind of money. I can't go. They would have felt okay about that. But you kept it a secret. And now they're righteously angry. Now, here's the part that makes the least amount of sense. You're getting the very people in July, less than 100 days to the election. You've got the very people that we're going to need in September and October, knocking on doors, phone banking, waving signs. You've gotten them upset. As we already have headwinds, right? We've got an unpopular president. I'm going to talk about that next in the CNN poll. We've got a midterm, which the party in charge always loses seats. We've got candidates lacking in funds. They can't break through. And now you're going to add another level of, let's say, another wind to blow against us by getting the very people that knock on doors, go to the meetings, and do all the work on the ground. You're going to get them mad at you. It's crazy. And who came up with this idea? The RNC. You got to love it, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love it, man. They play to every stereotype about Republicans and politics and Democrats and insider trading and the grifting and the corruption and the power broking and a backdoor smoky room deal cutting. They play into every single stereotype. And then they wonder why the party activists on both sides are furious. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. Shelley Winter Show, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK.